In this podcast, Layah Heilpern discusses her views on traditional gender roles, the role of women in society, and her plans for raising children. She expresses her belief in the importance of masculinity and traditional gender roles and her desire to be a stay-at-home mom. Layah also discusses her concerns about the current state of society, including the influence of feminism, the education system, and the representation of certain groups in the media. Layah expresses her support for traditional gender roles and her belief in the importance of masculinity. She believes that men are looking for a supportive and kind woman, and that women should focus on being supportive and nurturing. She also discusses her desire to be a stay-at-home mom and her preference for a patriarchal family structure. She believes that a patriarchy is better than the current femme-centric society and expresses her desire for a traditional family dynamic. Layah discusses her concerns about the education system and the influence of feminism on society. She expresses her belief that most teachers are not suitable role models for children and that the current curriculum promotes inappropriate ideologies. Layah also discusses her concerns about the representation of certain groups in the media, including the promotion of LGBT themes to young children. She expresses her desire to homeschool her children to protect them from these influences. Layah discusses her expectations for her future husband and the lifestyle she wants to maintain. She expresses her desire for her husband to be able to provide a certain standard of living and her willingness to support him in achieving his goals. Layah also discusses the importance of emotional and mental resilience and her desire to protect her future children from negative influences. Layah expresses her frustration with the representation of certain groups in the media, including the tokenism of minority characters in TV shows and movies. She believes that this representation is not realistic and does not accurately reflect the demographics of society. Layah also discusses her concerns about the influence of woke ideology in popular media and the impact it has on society. Layah is a prominent figure in the crypto industry, known for her expertise and insights into the world of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. She has a strong presence on social media platforms such as Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok, where she shares her knowledge and experiences with her followers. Additionally, she has authored a book titled Undressing Bitcoin, which aims to educate and convince readers about the importance of Bitcoin. Layah reveals that her investment portfolio is currently heavily weighted towards cryptocurrency, with approximately 90% of her holdings in Bitcoin and 5% in Ethereum. She acknowledges the importance of diversification, but explains that she is still in the process of building her portfolio and figuring out her investment strategy. She also mentions her intention to invest in other assets, such as properties and gold bars, in the future. Throughout the podcast, Layah emphasizes the significance of Bitcoin as a means of achieving financial sovereignty. She highlights the limitations and risks associated with traditional financial systems, including government control, inflation, and the potential for asset seizure. Layah argues that Bitcoin offers a level of financial independence and security that is unmatched by traditional assets. She also discusses the concept of sovereignty in the context of personal freedom and the ability to transact without interference from centralized authorities. Layah discusses the potential impact of the Bitcoin ETF on the cryptocurrency market. She explains that the introduction of a Bitcoin ETF would require major asset managers to purchase significant amounts of Bitcoin to supply to their customers. This influx of institutional investment would contribute to the scarcity of Bitcoin and add credibility to the asset. She believes that the Bitcoin ETF could lead to increased adoption and acceptance of Bitcoin as a legitimate investment vehicle. Layah acknowledges that the crypto industry is not without its challenges and controversies. She shares her experiences of facing condescension and ridicule from individuals in the industry, particularly as a woman. She also discusses the prevalence of misinformation and conspiracy theories surrounding her and her work in the crypto space. Despite these challenges, Layah remains resilient and determined to continue advocating for the importance of Bitcoin and financial sovereignty. Layah expresses her belief in the long-term potential of Bitcoin and the crypto market. She discusses her exit strategy for Bitcoin, indicating that she plans to sell at the peak of the market and reinvest during a bear market. She also emphasizes the importance of timing and diversification in investment decisions. Layah's approach to investing reflects her understanding of the cyclical nature of financial markets and her willingness to adapt to changing conditions.